Angry guy here, and men will let society go to hell. Men will let society go to hell. I mean, I don't know what people think this is. Nothing lasts forever. And between women and simps, this is the reality that we are now living in. Guys, as I've said before, the slowdown in my content has nothing to do with me needing a break. If I don't put out content, it's because I have fallen into a funk. And usually that is driven by just outright misery and frustration. Right now, even after making the last video, I'm still getting more and more comments from the simps. I am blocking them. They will not stop attacking me. I thought that I was strong. I thought that I could really put up with it, but I cannot psychologically put up with it. And admitting to it I should not admit to it because it only makes them feel good, but it is wearing me down because I don't talk about it as much. I block a lot. Like, you don't know, guys. Like, I can block a dozen of these guys in, like, I can block a dozen of them in a week. I can block 5 or 6 of them in a single day. I mean, it just doesn't end. And they just keep coming back and coming back and coming back. I mean, just it's like just before this video, they are literally threatening me to be quiet. They won't stop. And if I block them, they just create another account. And it's just like, I just basically say, okay, I can't, all right, whatever. And like, I have to kind of like force myself out of it to like make the content for you guys. Like, or else I'll just stop for days and just fall into a state of this, of like demoralization. And it's like, you're going to say, well, guys, you don't understand. It's like, you see the comment, you block this comment, and I have to read the comments, because if I don't, like, you guys want me to respond to your comments, but I have to read the comments, and I don't know if it's a simp until I read the damn comment. And it's like they just won't stop. I can deal with women. I understand female nature and so forth, but this there's such a sleaziness with simps, and it's like there's like no soul inside of them. I don't know. My God, it does something to me. You know, I look at what's happening to. I try not to care too much. Men need to stand on their own 2 feet, but yeah, I look at the devastation that is happening in society. I look at the lives of how so many men have lost everything. When I talk to you guys and I say you will end up sleeping in the woods, a lot of you guys think it's a game. There's some of you that are that are messed up, really messed up, because you'll say, "Hey, I'm sleeping. I'm in the woods right now." Guys, these you don't want to be out. Ah, oh my God! 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 Listen to me. You don't want to. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Guys, you don't want to be out there in the woods with these men. You don't listen to me. These men, these terrible men. You don't want to be out there in the woods with these men. The woods is not luxury. All right, the woods is not luxury. Now, don't get me wrong. As men, we all have an instinct to be out in the bush, but you shouldn't be out in the bush if you cannot survive in the bush. Everyone, listen to me. Everyone wants to do, like, it's like everyone wants to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster stuff, right? Everyone wants to live in the bush until it's time to do bushman stuff. And if you're living in the, like, you think it's a joke, but guys, the woods are not a joke. And I constantly emphasize to you that you're going to end up living in the woods. All right? If you're not homeless in the streets, you're going to be in the woods. And these dudes that are laughing about it and they think that it's hilarious. Listen, you don't want to be in the woods with these dudes. Oh my God. Guys, there's some of these men, they just disappear in the woods. Guys, I don't know. I don't entirely know how some of them. I know I have an idea of how some of these guys are listening to my videos. Some of them are able to get cell phone connections out there, but then there's this other group of men that I'm just like puzzled on. Okay, you don't want, unless you want this life and you know who you are. If you want this life, you're probably already living this life. If not, you don't want to mess around. You don't want to mess around. And it's like when a man loses everything, guys, I could not live through this. I could not live through 18 years of child support. I couldn't live through 18 years of child support. All right, I've done homelessness. Most of you, you're not as hard as me. I'm just being real. A lot of you, you're soft. You're soft as hell. Okay, and there's nothing to be ashamed of in that, because there's nothing to be proud of. Being able to say that I was able to survive homelessness and live through the things I've lived through. It's nothing to boast about. All right, poverty, being able to say, oh my gosh, man, I thrived in poverty, that's nothing to boast about. Now when I talk about putting out my course for you guys so you'll learn how to use the system so that you can thrive off that, it's not about telling you to completely abandon reason and common sense. You're still pulling in money. You can still pull in money other ways, but you're using the social safety nets that women use, and you're using those to your advantage. And then you're also pulling in other revenue, other income, and so forth. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Use those social safety nets and then save the rest of your money. You learn how to use those programs wisely. You're pulling you can end up pulling in, let's say let's say 50, because when you're looking at, people think of money, but they're not thinking about what's equivalent. For example, housing, food, healthcare, all of these things, internet, cell phone, that you can have covered by the state. All right. Once you start doing the actual math, and you're like, holy cow, by having the state cover this, and this, this, and between the state and private institutions like the Red Cross and all these other groups, where, food and pantries and banks and all these other different, and yeah, learning how to and travel, for example, learning about all the different programs that exist and using them. When you learn these things, you suddenly realize, holy cow, I'm getting around $70,000 a year in terms of benefits. All right, I'm saving like this is equivalent. What I'm getting here is equivalent to $70,000 a year. $70,000 a year. So even if I'm only making $30,000 a year, the fact of the matter is that all of my other expenses are covered. So that $30,000 a year, that's my money to do whatever I want with. Think about the logistics of this, guys. Imagine saying that you have $30,000 a year in disposable income. Okay? $30,000 a year in disposable income, which you can do whatever you want with because everything else is being supplemented. You can take that 30, guys. I've said this before. All of the, buy all of the electronics you want, buy all of the video games you want, buy everything you want. Those are one-time purchases. Those are one-time purchases. And men are minimalist by nature. Okay? After you get all of that out of your system. For a lot of guys, that's a lot of guys don't spend over even $1,000. It was being real, like, or $2,000. A lot of guys don't spend over $1,000. I'm gonna be honest, because men are such minimalists. There's some of you that'll spend like like 500 or $1,000 on a television. Which is nonsense, And a lot of guys, they have their TV. You pick up a 75-inch right now you pick up a 75-inch 4K UMD ultra HD for $550 right now. PlayStation 5, okay, with the disc, with the disc, 550. Call it no, was it no, not 5. Is it 550? No, 500. 500 with taxes, 550. Okay, I'm just being like real just being real to you guys. Those are one-time purchases. That's $1,100. Those are one-time purchases. One-time purchases. You already most of you will already have a laptop. You buy these things over time. You typically won't buy these things all at once. So you won't even feel the money that you're spending. Like a year in of having your income supplemented, you have nothing to spend money on. You have nothing to spend money on. You're going to basically spend all of your money is going to go in the bank. You're going to start gambling it away in cryptocurrency and stocks. And when things go downhill and the economy is like, the economy is not great right now, but once the jig is up and everyone's like, oh my gosh, the sky is falling, yeah, you won't care because everything is taken care of, so you won't even feel it. And a lot of you are learning remote work right now. So, and you know how to survive. You're learning how to survive without having someone provide for you. Like, like I said, I have my YouTube course coming out for you guys, and you're going to learn how to create an entire business on YouTube. Okay, guys, I make a nice income, make a really nice income from YouTube, make a really nice income from YouTube. Okay, and you're gonna learn how to do this. You're gonna learn how to make a damn nice income. You don't, guys, you can live off YouTube with 3,000 subscribers. Okay, you can live off YouTube with 3,000 subscribers, guys. With 3,000 subscribers, I when I first started YouTube with 3,000 subscribers, I was pulling between $45,000 and $65,000 a year, and I could have been doing much more. I was not back in those days because I've been on YouTube for 10 years. Back in those days, I didn't know a lot of things. I didn't know about affiliate marketing. I did not know about. I didn't know about sponsorships. I didn't know about creating course content and digital products. I didn't know about I didn't know about marketing, digital marketing. I didn't know about these things. I did all this is I've been on YouTube for 10 years. All right. So I was on YouTube back when there wasn't much here. There was no monetization. There was no when I came around, like, that's when monetization was first coming out. But it wasn't really, it wasn't established, you know and now it's completely different. You can make a massive 3,000 subscribers. With 3,000 subscribers, you can make a lot of money. I'm just being very, very honest. It really depends on what you're doing. There's a lot of people who will quit their jobs after even just 800, well, I should say 800, after 1,000 subscribers. After they get 1,000 subscribers and they've become monetized, there's a lot of people who will quit their jobs because the main source of their income is not even ad revenue. It's affiliate marketing, it's digital products, it's coaching, stuff like that, and they make a massive income. There's a channel on YouTube. This woman had 500 subscribers. She was pulling in $450,000 a year. This happened, and she was talked. They were talking about her on various channels about just a couple of months ago. From 500,000 subscribers, she pulls in $450,000 a year. What a lot of you don't understand about YouTube is you have to think about this carefully. Think about a room. You want to sell a product, and you have a room full of people. Now imagine you have 100 people in that room that love you, that you've gained influence with them, and so you have influence. They already know who you are. They've spent time listening to you, learning about you. They've screened you, and now you have their attention. 100 people, and you can tell them about your product and service, and they've taken time to observe you, learn about your life, what you do. They can assess you based on this because they have developed a relationship with you. You have 100 people that you can now sell your products to. Think about that carefully. All right, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Now think about it, having a channel with 1,000 people that you can do this with. And I think now you're beginning to see this. And depending on the line of business that you're in, it creates even more opportunity. Really speaking, as men will let the society go to hell and walk away. Walk away, get their money, and not worry about any of this other nonsense. Everything that's happening here is all just petty drama, and it's really none of our business as men. It is really, really none of our business as men. All of this drama and nonsense, it's none of our business. It really isn't. This is none of my business. All right? We don't live in a democracy. We do not live in a republic. We live in a federal corporation. This is a federal corporation. Okay? And the only way to win is to stop playing. The Sims, these idiots, these guys, someone left a comment. And the comment, it really made me feel so much better. He said the reason why the Sims will never stop is because they have nothing else to live for. It's the truth. These people, these men, they have nothing else to live for. They have no. This is the reason why they keep on coming. This is why they're so relentless. It's because they have nothing else to live for. These are honest to goodness very useless, godless, empty individuals. Okay? This is the honest to goodness truth. They have nothing inside of them. They have no God inside of them. They are just decrepit human beings, if you can even call them human. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Men will let society go to hell. I want to know your thoughts on this, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and men walking away. And cheers.